Oh, this feels like a fish. It's an actual fish. Oh, I think I see some ramps. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're back in the woods again. We're gonna see what we can catch and hopefully, what we can forage and see what we can find growing in the woods. Hopefully we can find something. It's still March, so it's not quite warm yet. So we'll have to see what's available and what we can find, what Mother Nature's willing to do to feed us today. But in any case, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Got something a little new on. Look at that. It's got like a little, I think this is a rooster tail as well. It's got like a little fish on it, and a treble hook, and a big spinner. We'll see how this does. Caught a shad. They're everywhere. Oh, this feels like a fish. It's an actual fish. What is this? Is this a bass? Oh. What do we got here? Come on. It is a white bass. This is what we've been waiting for. This is the fish. Gorgeous white bass. Check that out. That thing's fat. Look at all those eggs inside that fish. Oh my gosh. Check that out. Crazy. Crazy nuts. Good size. Good keeper size. That'll make a good meal. Put this guy on the stringer. Oh, got another one. Another white bass? What do we got here? Oh. Yes. Another white bass. Another big white bass. Look at that. These are big white bass. Check that out. Big ones, big pregnant ones. Oh, another one. Oh my gosh. They're just stacked up there. They are stacked. Fighting hard. Oh my gosh, these white bass fight hard. They are all just about the same size and really big. Really big. Nice. Look at that. Another good keeper. Guys, we just caught a monster saugeye. This is insane. Look how thick he is. This is by far my biggest saugeye ever. Whew. Oh my gosh. Look at the teeth on that critter. Hopefully that clears up. Oh, jeez. Toothy critter. Yeah, this is insane. Wow. This is the fish I come out here to catch. And it is definitely my record. 18 inches. 18. Oh my gosh, that's nuts. And it's not just the length. He's so fat. All these shad that are in here, he must be eating like crazy. I mean, look at that. Good grief. Thank goodness we caught some fish. I am thrilled that we caught that saugeye and that white bass. Definitely. We're going to definitely have a comparison in the taste for each of those fish. I'm guessing, just by experience, the saugeye is probably going to taste better. If you haven't heard of a saugeye, basically what that is a cross between a sauger and a walleye. It's actually done in a lab, and then they're released into the lakes. They are basically walleye. I think someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're both part of the perch family, but essentially they're delicious fish. So looking forward to that. In the meantime, while I'm walking around trying to find a place to set up camp, I'm going to look for some wild edibles like ramps, mushrooms. We'll see what pops up here while we're walking. I'm not seeing much. I am seeing maybe some places where ramps would grow, so that would definitely be good. But we're still in that transitional period for winter mushrooms to spring mushrooms, and there's really just not a lot out here to get. So we will definitely be happy with some ramps because they make fish taste delicious. We had a video, the last video actually, I had some ramps, and my gosh, they were amazing. So we will talk to you here shortly. Oh, I think I see some ramps. Oh, thank goodness. They're kind of small ramps, so I'm going to have to actually break off a few. But they are ramps. They're pretty small, you can tell on my hands, but still lucky to find these. I'm happy. We don't need a lot. In our dishes, we really don't need a lot. I just need some of these leaves. Oh yeah, very nice. A few more here. Just taking the leaves because if you do pull them up by the root, they won't come back. I'm sure this area is in no danger of running out of ramps or being over harvested, but I'm still gonna do that just because I don't actually need that much. Nice. Check out this little cove right here. I think this will probably suit us just fine. Great place to clean these fish and set up a little pan here for cooking. Real windy, but hopefully we can make do and find a less windy spot. All right, so I've got my trusty fillet knife, just a cheap one from Bass Pro Shop. Just sharpened it the other day, so we'll have to see how this goes. I'm gonna do the white bass first, and we're just gonna fillet these fish just to kind of make it simple. I'm not gonna eat all of them. There's way too much meat on both of these fish total for me to eat in a single sitting, so I'll take the rest home. Nice white meat on this, really nice. I bled these fish out so that the blood is mostly gone. Always do that. I always do that with every fish. Just makes for a cleaning cutting board. There we go. See all that red on the white bass? This might be why people don't like to eat them. You generally, from what I've heard, I've never eaten the red part on the fish on the white bass. What I've heard is you got to cut that off, or that will have a fishy taste. So definitely going to cut all that off so there's none of that in our pan. Got this in a little pot here, or a little bowl. We'll take this and wash it off in the lake here in a second. All right, let's see what's in this white bass's belly. I'm really interested to see. See if we can get this shad out. Yeah, look at that. That whole thing was in his belly. He's just been gorging themselves on shad. Okay, now for this massive saugeye. I mean, this thing is really big. It's the biggest I've caught, and it's super thick. It's just been feeding on shad. Wow, look at the size of this fillet. That's crazy. And look what, like, bleeding it out, there is like no red on this fish. Highly recommend bleeding out your fish if you choose. Dirty, got dirt on them. Wash them off here. All right, do you see this hole in this log? It's really windy out here. And I am kind of having some trouble. I thought someone was coming. I had some, having some trouble maybe keeping my fire lit so that we can actually cook this. I'm gonna see if I can get this little cook contraption the way it is, like that. Just put the little fire piece in here and it lights, and dip it down in here. But I've actually got to clean this out a little bit maybe, and maybe actually just put a rock in there to kind of lift it up, like you can see inside there. And anyway, lucky there's a hole like this in actually one of these logs, so that's actually very good fortune. Butter, and we have some salt and pepper. That's all it is. We'll go with the white bass first. A little salt and pepper. We do not need all of this one fillet. It's huge. One thing I almost forgot to do is add the ramps. Just gonna throw those right in. I think this is all done. All right, time to try the food. It looks delicious, it smells delicious. Wish you could smell it through the camera, but you can't. So on this side, I've got the saugeye, and then this side right here is the white bass. So try the white bass first. It tastes good. I wanted to try the white bass first because I have a prejudice against it, and I didn't want to try the walleye first. I'm gonna try another bite of the white bass. That's really good fish. All right, now time for the walleye, or not walleye, saugeye. Saugeye is better. It's definitely better, but not by a lot. They both have great flavor. I actually cooked this perfectly. I don't know how. I don't know how. You generally have the skills to do that. I usually overcook it a little bit, but these are actually cooked quite nicely. I lucked out in that regard. Mm-hmm. We get a little bit of the white bass with the ramps. Mm-hmm. Those ramps are delicious. They're both good. Don't hate on the white bass. I'm telling you, don't do that. They're both fantastic. But in any case, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for coming with me on this. Got really lucky to catch a saugeye, especially that size. So really thankful for that. If you like these types of videos, please consider liking and subscribing. Really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a bunch. So thanks, and I'll talk to you soon at the next video.